Do not move or I will fire. Put your arms straight up, shoulder height. Spread your fingers.
I hope you're calling for a pizza, because I am starving.
Damn it!
Thought you kept your gun in your refrigerator.
I keep a gun in the refrigerator.
Can I put my arms down now?
What are you doing here?
I wanted to talk to you.
So you broke into my house?
You took my key back, remember?
What about the doorbell?
I didn't want to wake you up.
Oh, right, and breaking glass is better.
I guess I didn't think that one through.
You're bleeding.
I am? Ooh. I am.
David, what's going on?
David? David's dead.
Look at this. It's all Renaissance revival.
And you know this how?
Antiques Roadshow. That console's worth $100,000.
Jeez. Talk about expendable income.
That's nothing. You know what the monthly upkeep is on a place like this?
The gardener makes more than I do?
The gardener's Christmas bonus would make you weep.
Morning, officers. What do we have?
We have a dead girl. Victim's a female Asian, 17. Joy Lamb, student at Montridge Academy. Some kids found her in the guest house about 4 a.m., naked, multiple stab wounds.
Any weapon?
Fireplace poker. It's covered in what appears to be blood. And the prong shape matches in diameter roughly to the wounds on her chest and throat.
Talked to Berman kid yet?
Yep.
What'd he say?
He said he barely knew the girl and he did not invite her.
Yet she knew how to get to the guest house. How about Berman Sr.? You seen him yet?
He showed up about 20 minutes ago. Went off to take a whiz.
Find him. Keep an eye on him.
There he is.
Who's the suit with Berman and his kid?
I lay even money, that's his lawyer.
And the parade of champions continues. Isn't that your boss?
That it is.
Well, what's he doing here?
Good question.
For that matter, what are you doing here?
A friend of mine called me, thought I'd be interested. Not as far from the slime line as he thought.
The slime line?
Look, Bob, I came here to ask you for a favor.
Yeah, I know you did. You got that look on your face, man on a mission.
Where's your partner?
Day off.
All right. You know someone died around Berman's house last night?
Yeah, I heard.
I need you guys on this one. It's high priority.
High priority for who?
Oh, the Lambs, for one. They lost their only girl, didn't they?
Lamb. With Lamb, that's Vietnamese.
That's right. Joy was just accepted to UCLA on a pre-med scholarship. She was the first person in her family ever to get accepted to a college. I'll be out. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, don't thank me yet, because I don't work solo. You're gonna have to convince my partner a lot harder than you had to convince me.
Mrs. Lamb, did your daughter have a boyfriend?
Joy had no time for that. She was busy with school and her church group.
Which church was that?
First Lutheran.
Lamb, that's Vietnamese.
That's right.
Did your daughter speak the language?
We speak English in our home. Our daughter had no reason to learn Vietnamese.
Thank you. Mrs. Lamb, please. Won't you sit down? I need to ask you, do you have any idea why your daughter would have been at that party?
She told us she was at the library.
I know that's what she told you. But you understand how we found her? She was in a bed, Mrs. Lamb, with her clothes off, and it looks like she was there voluntarily.
Enough!
It's very difficult.
Yes, ma'am, we understand. Joy wasn't exactly a fashion plate.
Well, she's neat. This place looks like a museum.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to her dad.
All right. I'll check out her computer.
You ever get back there to Vietnam?
Detective, we've been in this country for almost 30 years now. 22 of those as American citizens. We have no reason to go back. Excuse me.
No, that's all I know.
Detective Smith. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Fill me in. What's going on?
Well, everybody seemed to like the girl. She doesn't have any enemies on campus. Any luck?
Nobody seems to know much about this girl.
And if they do, they don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Me too.
We did, however, find this in her locker.
Ooh, yikes.
La Perla, fall catalog. Finest Italian silk money can buy. Oh, I know I might look like meat and potatoes, but when it comes to my sherry, it's caviar all the way.
Not cheap, huh, Ray?
Oh, this? Well, this will cost you about 300 bones.
Ray.
But it's money well spent. You want to make the wife happy? You bring her some of those.
Thanks for the tip.
Not that I'm suggesting that the wife isn't happy.
Doesn't exactly fit in with the rest of Joy's wardrobe.
No, it doesn't.
Thinking maybe she had an after-school job to help pay for that.
Unless somebody gave it to her as a gift. It's from the lab. Put in a rush on the DNA evidence as per McNorris' request. Should be in first thing in the morning.
Tomorrow morning?
That's what it says.
It's a serious rush.
McNorris must be cashing in some real chips on this one.
Getting the man from the slime line.
I'll say this about the guy. When he's on fire, I'm glad he's on our side.
Why don't you tell him that, because here he comes.
Hey, fellas. I'm gonna use your computer here. I'm gonna go online and show you something.
There you go.
Thanks, Felix.
You don't want to check out the porn sites at your own office?
That is very funny. I just used that same joke about a half an hour ago. I didn't realize how prophetic it was. Here we go. Here, look at this. Come here. Remember how Zach Berman said he barely knew Joy Lamb? Oh, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's Zach Berman, and that's Joy Lamb. I'd say they knew each other pretty well. Don't you think?
Detective Smith. Thank you.
Fill me in.
Well, everybody seems to like this girl. She doesn't seem to have any enemies on campus.
You know, you both had your chance. I'm sorry, man.
Thanks.
No problem.
Sorry, ma'am. Thanks. Montridge, huh? I went to Montridge. Is that creepy Mr. Doyle still there?
Yeah.
All the long, greasy hair and the dandruff all over his sweaters?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have so much hair anymore, but the dandruff, yeah, totally.
Sorry. Man, he must be like 70 by now.
At least.
I just read about that girl getting killed. Did you guys know her?
Not really. She wasn't in our group.
Pretty freaky, something like that happening at a party.
Yeah, well, freaky things happen to freaky people. She wasn't a freak. She was just shy. Not that shy.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Come on, Emma, we gotta go.
Emily, do you know something about Joy?
I told you I barely knew her.
Look, I'm a reporter, not a cop. I just want to tell the story. Problem is, Joy isn't here to tell me her side.
I have to go.
Hey, an innocent girl is dead. If you think of anything, will you just call me?
Do you have email?
Tuesday's the deadline.
Hey! Can I talk to you?
Call you back. For someone who's lost interest, you can't seem to stay away from me very long.
Yeah, well, I can't stop rubbernecking those 3-car pileups on the 405 either. Nasty habits die hard. May I?
What, you can't check your email at work? Or you just come by my office and show me some spicy little porn site?
David.
Hmm?
I thought you should see this.
Well, this is a spicy little... Oh, my. Is that who I think it is?
Uh-huh.
How'd you get this?
A student at Montridge emailed it to me. Apparently, it's been making the rounds.
Why are you showing this jewel to me?
I thought you'd want a heads up.
Thanks. I have to call the police on this one, though.
Don't you want to run it by Fisher first?
Why Fisher?
Because he's your boss, and Berman was his biggest contributor last election.
Look, I don't answer to Fisher. I sure as hell don't answer to Berman. I answer to the people of Los Angeles.
What's going on, David?
Oh, what, does that sound too noble? I don't like Berman. And I don't like his kid. For starters, he lied to me. He said he didn't know who Joy Lamb was. It looks like they know each other pretty damn well.
And I thought you were going to ask me to sit on it.
So you never saw Joy at your party?
It was pretty crowded.
Big rager, huh?
No, we were just blowing off steam. You know how it is. Senior year's hell. Everyone's freaking out, trying to get into the right college.
Yeah, well, I went to Santa Monica City. Not exactly a grueling admissions process.
At least you're in California. I'm totally freezing my ass off in New Haven.
You don't sound too excited.
Yeah, well, you don't really turn down Yale.
No?
After your father donates a stadium seat screening facility for the film department.
Must be rough.
Why would he do it?
What?
Kill that girl.
Ray, Zach is not necessarily guilty.
Where, on Planet Crack? You saw the video. He knew her.
But just because he lied about sleeping with her doesn't make him a killer.
Why would he lie?
So he was afraid everyone would find out about the video. It becomes a big thing, a big deal, and it ruins his chances going to Yale. And it pisses off Dad.
Another perfectly good reason to kill her.
Maybe.
You know, the newspapers are gonna have a field day with this one. Ivy League killer gets 25 to life.
149, respond to Santa Monica Airfield and detain Berman Jess for DDA McNorris. Suspect Zach Berman believed to be on board. Respond code 2 high.
Correction. Ivy League killer flees in Daddy's private jet. Ivy League killer nabbed by hero cops.
Which one's Berman's jet?
Hey, Berman! Whoever gave you the heads up did a great job. I hope you give him a big tip.
Willie, I just want you to tell me where you heard those words. Did you hear them from a friend? Did you hear them in a movie? No. Then where? Willie, hey. Why won't you tell me?
Because you'll just get angry.
Willie, I will not get angry. Hey, I promise. Just tell me where you heard the words.
You.
Willie, I don't use those words.
Yes, you do. When you're driving.
Hello. Fearless. No. Tell him it's my day off. Did my partner tell you it's my day off?
17-year-old Joy Lamb was murdered at Ron Berman's house last night. You know who Ron Berman is?
Yeah, movie producer, political heavy.
Yeah, heavy like a bulldozer. The murder victim and his son went to school together, though his son claims he doesn't know who she is. I know he's lying. Now look, I hate to bother you on your family day. I know you have a little son, right?
Don't do that. Don't play the standard issue sympathetic parent card with me, okay? Not today.
All right, how about the direct approach?
A novel concept.
Detective, not so long ago, you asked for my help in bringing down some rich son of a bitch, and I helped you. Now it's my turn.
What did Berman do?
Wasn't always in the movie business. But 30 years ago, he worked on a salmon boat in Alaska in the slime line. He's one of those guys who's down in the hold all day gutting fish. Now, you might think it's a long way from the slime line to Hollywood. Turns out it's not when you're a shark. Really? So what he did is he saved up all of his money, bought himself his own boat. Mediocre fisherman, but he found out that he had this knack for squeezing out the competition. And do you know how he did it? By cutting back on safety. Berman put out boats that weren't fit for a bathtub, let alone the Bering Strait, and he risked the lives of hundreds of fishermen.
He had the highest casualty rate in Alaska.
A few years later, he cashes in, sells his fleet, comes down to Hollywood, and invests all his money into this crappy film that just so happens to become a big hit. The point I'm getting at is this. Berman may clean himself up all he wants, but he still smells like the slime line to me.
Mrs. Lamb, did Joy use her computer a lot?
She did her homework on it.
I noticed that she doesn't have an internet icon on her desktop. Did she go online very much?
I know nothing about computers.
Did she still play baseball? I noticed the picture.
When Joy was a little girl, all she wanted was to play baseball. We told her it was not for girls. But then, one day she came home with a flyer for a girl's league, and we let her play. Of course, when she got to junior high school, her dad wouldn't allow her to play anymore.
You would have distracted her from her studies. She played first base. She was very good. Or so I was told.
All right, Teresa. Drag her out, Fearless. No, she's safe. She's safe.
You tagged her.
I know. I was just making sure she didn't try to steal. Good call.
You know, if you want to talk about this, we're trained to help people cope with loss.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. We only lost because you guys were better rested, seeing as you only work 3 days a week.
Yeah, well, every shift is 24 hours.
Ah, what do you sleep, about 20 of those? I know what those gurneys are for.
So any news on that Berman kid yet?
Well, his father's plane touched down in South America, but nobody's seen him.
I guess if the kid's a murderer, it makes sense that his dad would do something like this.
Yep.
Considering kids do learn it at home.
Yeah, they do. It's funny you say that.
Why?
Well, because my boy Willie just got in trouble at school for cursing.
Oh.
Yeah, it seems he picked it up from his dad in the car. Don't laugh. It's not funny. You're gonna have kids of your own one day. You find out how hard it is. They pick up everything. They don't learn from what you teach them. They learn from what you do.
Well, I'm sure Willie's gonna grow up to be a fine man.
You think so?
Yeah.
What do you think he's learning right now? Watch his dad hang out with a beautiful woman. It's not his mom. What does he learn from that?
We're just friends, Joe.
I know that. You know that. He just sees what he sees.
Well, hey, there's one good thing he's inheriting from you.
What's that?
He's shaping up to be a good first baseman.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Because he's a southpaw like his old man.
Southpaw.
What's going on? We gotta get you out of school. Why? Let's go, Joe. The police want to talk to you. It's better if they don't.
You gonna tell me what's going on?
Quiet out loud. Just a second. What? Well, now is not the best time. What is it? Well, he can't back out. Because I'll nail his head to the wall, that's why. What else? About an hour. Sorry about that.
This isn't the way home.
We're not going home.
Where are we going?
To the airport.
Hey, Berman! Whoever gave you the heads up did a great job. I hope you give him a big tip.
Come on in. Over here. Like a drink?
No, thanks. I don't drink.
Oh, right. I hope you don't mind if I have one.
This is America.
Speaking of which, how goes the international search for my son?
It goes.
Oh, hi.
How you doing?
You should stay in your room, Zach. What if it had been someone else?
I saw who it was from my window.
Well, you should keep your blinds closed. You should keep the blinds closed, right?
Look, I just came from the police department. They got the results back from the DNA test from the skin under Joy's fingernails. I think you know what the report's gonna say, though, don't you, Zach?
Hello? Hi, Ben.
What time is it?
No, it's okay. It's right here.
What time
Just
is it?
hold on for a sec. It's Fisher.
Oh. Hello? No, you didn't wake us. We had to get up to get the phone, right?
What? Yeah, within 15 minutes. Bye.
What is it?
Some girl got murdered at Ron Berman's house.
Ron Berman, the movie producer?
Judging by this address, it's not Ron Berman, the monkey trainer.
Guys, this is Deputy DA David McNorris. David, this is Ron Berman and his attorney Carl Weller.
Gentlemen, hi, how are you?
David, I
How
told him
doing?
you were my go-to man. If anyone can help out in this situation, it's you.
Well, considering we're already down here, anyone care for a glass of wine?
It's a little early.
David?
No, thank you. I don't drink.
Well, I'm gonna have one.
Mr. Berman told the uniforms he was taking a leak, so we got about 5 minutes before they start wondering where he is.
All right, what's the story?
Joy Lamb was found naked and dead in a guest house about 40 minutes ago.
Any suspects?
No one. Everyone.
Great. It's corked. $1,500 for the bottle, and it tastes like fermented bat piss.
Is your son involved?
Excuse me?
Was your son involved in any way?
No, he says he never even knew her.
Yeah, he invited her to the party.
Well, he says he didn't invite her.
And you believe him?
I didn't teach my son to lie, Mr. McNorris.
Well, of course not, Mr. Berman. You're in the motion picture business. There's no lying there.
Well, your pit bull's got a mouth.
You don't want to sycophant Ron. You want to hear it straight.
Look, what do you want me to do here?
Your job. Ron wants to do whatever it takes to ensure the killer is caught and convicted.
How incredibly civic-minded.
And in order to do that, Ron needs to know what's going on at all times.
No. You want me to handle this, I handle it my way. No questions. And you'll follow my lead no matter how screwed up it may seem. Do you accept these terms?
What is this, some sort of contract?
Yeah, it is.
Is he for real? I accept.
Okay, I'll take care of getting it signed to the best detectives.
The best? Are you kidding?
Gentlemen?
What, is he walking out now?
David, come on back.
Look, I said no questions. Not from him. Sure as hell not from him. Not even from you.
No more questions.
This is the only time I'm ever going to explain something to you, so listen up. You get the best detectives because you know what to expect and you prepare for it. Get a few low achievers, you're not sure what surprises may come. Of course, there aren't going to be any surprises, right, Mr. Berman? Ooh, your 5 minutes are just about up. So, before you go back upstairs, I want you to tell me the worst rumor people tell about you. I don't care if it's true or false. I just want to know why the people who hate you.
No one hates me.
Really?
Yeah, really. Not here, anyway. Might not have many friends up in Alaska.
30 years ago, he was in Alaska working the slime line in a salmon boat. He's one of those guys in the bottom of the hold, scupping up fish all day. You might think it's a long way from the slime line to Hollywood. Turns out it's not when you're a shark. I don't answer to Fisher. I sure as hell don't answer to Berman. I answer to the people of Los Angeles.
What's going on, David?
Oh, what does that sound too noble? Hey, it's your pit bull. We need to talk. No, all of us. The same place is fine. Half an hour? No, I'm thinking like within the next 5 minutes. Because in a half an hour, life as your friend knows it will have ceased to exist.
Well, that video doesn't mean a damn thing.
I think you're wrong there, Ron. I think it means your son is lying.
Well, somebody could have been messing with the images.
You've been making movies way too long. You see, in real life, there are no special effects. Like this bottle. You see this? That bottle actually broke. There was no CGI there. Just as your son actually filmed himself screwing that girl that he said he didn't know that wound up dead in your guest house.
What do you want to do, Dave?
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to the police. And in a half an hour, his son's going to be brought in for questioning. And tomorrow, when they get the DNA back, they're going to keep him there for a while. Probably for the rest of his life. Excuse me.
What would it take to get you to stay?
You can't count that high.
I can.
What if when I become mayor, you become DA?
Who says you're going to become mayor?
I do.
You do this, Ron will stock your war chest.
How much are you prepared to spend?
How much do you need?
There are countries such as the nation of British West Indies that'll sell citizenships and have no extradition to the United States. Life there wouldn't be bad. It's still a prison of sorts, but I guarantee you it would be a whole lot better than the real prison that Zach would be going to, where he would become a bitch to some Aryan skinhead named Cue Ball.
How much?
$500,000 for the citizenship. That again to grease the remaining wheels. Done. Wow. Nice to be rich.
How do you know the British West Indies sell citizenships?
You're still here. You don't say much. I like that. My father on occasion helped people find new lives. Tomorrow, you're gonna take your son out of school. You're gonna bring him to the airport. Your plane is gonna go to Mexico and then on from there.
That's obstruction, Dad.
Oh, Mr. Picky. And besides, it's not, because Zach's not gonna be on the plane. He's gonna be in the trunk of the car. You were gonna tell the police that you sent your plane to pick up art that you purchased, which in fact is what it's going to do. Naturally, the police aren't gonna believe that. So while they're scouring half of Latin America for your son, he'll still be here while you make arrangements to send him off to his new life in the Caribbean. That's obstruction.
Hey, Berman! Hey! Whoever gave you the heads up did a really great job. I hope you give him a big fat tip.
Merci beaucoup, Captain.
Yeah?
That was the chief of police in Cayenne. The guy we thought was Zach Berman turns out to be an English botanist down there checking out some butterfly.
Damn it. Glad you're here. DNA results for the skin under Joy's fingernails.
I think you know what that report's gonna say, don't you, Zach?
David, you have to understand. I mean, all the pressure that Zach's been under, I mean, to get a good grades for college, to study, I mean...
For God's sake, Dad. I didn't do it.
What?
You didn't do it.
I don't understand.
It was someone else's skin.
Who?
I don't know. We haven't found it yet.
But you knew the girl.
She was tutoring me. She's the reason my SAT scores went up.
But you had sex with her.
Yes.
And what about the video?
We were just fooling around. It was supposed to be just for us. Then Rob Maxwell hacked in my computer and posted it.
Look, the police are going to want to hear all this, Zach, all right? And anything else you can tell them. Listen to me. The moment that I leave here, I want you to call them, tell them you've been lying low at your friend's house. You just found out they were looking for you, and you're going down to the station right now, okay?
Okay.
No, wait. Why didn't you tell me you were innocent?
I shouldn't have to. I'm your son. Besides, you never even asked, did you? You just assumed.
Why was Joy at your party, Zach?
She wanted to talk. She was upset.
About the video?
No. Well, yeah. She was furious about that for a while, but that's not what she was upset about that night. She and her father had a fight.
About what?
I guess her father saw the video on her computer, and he found a check that I'd given her, and he got this crazy idea that I was paying her for sex.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
So can you tell us about the night Joy died, about your last conversation with her?
There isn't much to tell. She said she was going to UCLA, to the library to study. That she was going to be home late. That was it.
You didn't get into an argument with her about Zach Berman? About her relationship with him?
No.
You didn't go into her computer and see the video of her and Zach?
I don't know how to work a computer.
I think you do, Mr. Lamb. See, you're right-handed.
So?
So I'm left-handed. So was your daughter, Joy. I remember the picture from her bedroom. She's a southpaw, just like me, which means she would have kept the mouse to her computer on the left-hand side of the keyboard, just like me. But when I went into her bedroom to check her computer, the mouse was on the right-hand side, which means the last person to use her computer was right-handed, just like you.
That means nothing.
But your DNA will mean something, won't it, Mr. Lamb? Because it's gonna match the skin we found under your daughter's fingernails.
That's right. And when we get to roll up your shirt sleeves and we see the scratches you got, it's gonna mean something too, isn't it, Mr. Lamb?
Because you found the video. You found the video, you found the check, and you assumed that your daughter was being paid for sex.
Your daughter was getting paid for tutoring, Mr. Lamb.
That's what she told me.
Yeah, but you didn't believe her. You didn't believe her, though, did you, Mr. Lamb? Why not? Is there something about your life in Vietnam that you didn't want your daughter to know? Because you know what? When I look around your home, I see somebody who doesn't want to remember where they came from.
Many people came to America to start over.
My brother, when he came home from the war, he told me all these stories about life in Saigon, Judo Street. All the bars, all the bar girls.
I was afraid it was somehow in her genes, that she couldn't help herself, that it was destiny. My beautiful Joy. Joy. So I followed her. And when I found her naked, I lost my mind and I did what I did.
Someone in your family was a prostitute back in Saigon, Mr. Lamb. Your mother? Your sister?
Me.
Hey, there he is, the man of the hour.
Is that raining yet?
Just started. I thought we should have a little celebration.
You sure I can't get you a drink?
Your water.
Bubbles are flat. You know, David, I think you should think twice about being DA. Not that I'm gonna go back on my promise, but I think you do a hell of a lot more behind the scenes, getting things done.
You know, he's got something there, David. Every town needs someone who can get things done. You are the man. You want something fixed? You call the fixer.
To David McNorris.
David McNorris.
You shouldn't be telling me this.
Why not? I mean, write a story. Deputy DA helps murder suspect avoid capture.
You really are drunk.
No. In some ways, I'm more clear-headed than I've been in my whole life. Listen. I love it. The rain. I have become everything that I abhor. Everything that my father once was, that I swore I wouldn't be. I've become an adulterer, a liar, a drunk, a fixer. A fixer.
Why are you here, David?
I'm sorry, Andrea. I'm sorry I conned you into having an affair with a married man. You are a woman of great beauty and grace. You deserve a whole lot better than me.
You didn't con me.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Where are you going?
Many miles to go before I sleep.
I can't let you drive drunk.
What are you gonna do? Shoot me?
Who is it?
It's your fixer.
It's very late.
I thought I'd take you up on that cocktail.
Well, somehow I think you've already had enough.
Oh, on the contrary, pal. I think I've just begun.
Well, you're bleeding.
Yeah, I know.
Well, let me get you a towel.
No. In a minute. I kind of like it.
So what can I do for you, David?
You know what the most amazing part of this whole mind-blowing day was? Seeing the look on your face when you found out that your kid wasn't a murderer. Because it wasn't relief. It was surprise.
Look, I think you better
You just
leave.
couldn't imagine that your son would be different from you, because you know that you probably would have done it, so you just assume your son would do it too?
Get out of here.
Not all boys turn out like their old men. It's not inevitable.
I said get out! Go! Not all kids grow up to be their fathers.
Stop it!
Not all guys. Not all sons. It's not inevitable! Oh, God.
Dad, are you okay?
He broke my nose! Son of a bitch broke my nose!
I'll get some ice.
No. Just stay here. Just stay here with me.
David?
Listen. Los Angeles. Dry for 9 months. And then it pours.
Oh my God, you're bleeding.
No, don't worry about it. It's just
What happened?
your husband, the fixer, helped Berman's kid avoid prosecution. By happy chance, he was innocent, but that doesn't matter because I did it. I did it to further my career. Not that I have one anymore after I beat the crap out of Berman in his entry hall.
Oh, David. Get you a bandage.
Come here. Come here. I slept with that reporter, Andrea Little, for about 6 months.
I asked you.
You asked me if we were. Present tense. And we weren't. Anymore. I'm a lawyer, remember? You knew?
Deep down, I always knew. But you always made me second guess myself. Told me that I was insecure, which of course I am, because who wouldn't be being married to you? And then all those nights at the gym, another late meeting, and another working lunch.
Turns out deceit came second nature to me.
I knew what I was getting into the moment I laid eyes on you at Lynn Parsons' wedding.
You asked me to dance.
I wanted to bask in that radiant light. So when you asked me to marry you 6 weeks later, I jumped at the chance. Because being a part of the David McNorris show was the most exhilarating adventure that I could imagine. But somewhere along the way, things changed and the script got darker and my role became insignificant.
Hey.
Don't.
Marion.
Don't.
Marion. You can never be insignificant.
But you see, David, there's no room for supporting roles in a one-man show.